Another cheerful vlog from me. Well, kind of shitty news. Virus has been spreading like crazy, as I have vlogged many times about. And we expected that there would be some very strong restrictions, possibly a total lockdown here in Scotland. Some papers were leaked here and there, and it looked like it was going to be something fairly grim. But we were told yesterday it would not be a total lockdown. Unless, of course, you work in the restaurant industry and you live in Glasgow. So from Friday at 6 o'clock, we are shut through Sunday, October 25th for 16 days. It is a school holiday period here in Scotland. It's known as like October break or something like this. They've pretty much shut everything down. They're allowing us to travel if we had plans, and they're allowing a lot of things, but if you sell booze in your premises, you can't open. We did see the leaked document that looked like they were going to say that people could open but couldn't sell alcohol. Now, that would have been great, but I would have had a job to go to. So I was just starting back at work today with all the self-isolating and stuff. So this is really shit. I'm completely unclear if I'm going to be getting paid during this period. If I'm not going to be paid, then I guess I'm unemployed. I'm made redundant. I don't know. We had some work gave us some information yesterday that sounded like they were not going to continue with our furlough. So I think that will change, though. I think because this is a government restriction thing, they're going to probably get things organized for us. There are other furlough things going on at work, so you never know. But it's really not good times. I'm just really not sure what's going to happen with my income again after having 4 months of intense poverty and anxiety. It looks like I'm going to have at least another week of anxiety until I can find out at least what's happening with my pay, which is going to be terrible pay. It's not going to be the pay that I use to live the life I like to live, and I need to live really to be happy. So it's pretty shitty. I still have a gaping hole in my roof as well. I don't know what the hell's going on about that, but I guess I got plenty of time to chase it up with the Glasgow Housing Association. And apparently they can still do construction and home repairs. That's not been locked down. Really, everything's pretty much allowed to operate, aside from the fact that and people are allowed to do what they need to do, aside from the fact that if you live in the Central Belt and sell alcohol, you can't operate. I'm telling you, I couldn't make this shit up. But I mean, it is meant to be only 16 days, and I'd like to hope that maybe these numbers will get a lot lower, but I don't think the reason why everybody is getting this is because it's spreading in bars and restaurants. At least that's the information I've had, is that that's not where it's been spreading. So I do think that drunk people don't pay attention to the rules because they get drunk and they forget. I think that's actually kind of true. And we still can't go to anyone's house. Like, I'm not allowed to meet up with other households indoors anywhere. I guess because, well, that's not true. You can eat in a cafe that doesn't sell alcohol, but you can't invite anyone to your house still. We're not allowed to have anyone in our homes. I believe, actually, because I live alone, I actually can have someone over or something like this. I don't know. They have some loopholes here and there for things, simply because if you live alone and you never see anybody, you're probably going to go crazy. Yeah, they're worried about your mental health. I wonder why. I'm worried about my mental health too. Let's just just put that out there. Yeah, I'm pretty much worrying about my mental health right now, not because I'm not going to see people, because I will find a way to see people. I will go outside and walk and meet with people and stuff. And that will happen, I'm sure. But it's crazy. Just being told I can't earn a living, So I've got my coffee here. Tomorrow was my day off. I did make some plans, so I'm probably going to continue with those plans, even though I probably can't afford the plans. I figure with all this shit that's going on, I can't afford not to keep my plans because, how long is this going to go on for? How much longer is all this going to carry on? I mean, I really don't know, Another thing is, I think the last time I did a vlog, I mentioned that I knew, well, obviously, because I self-isolated, I knew people who had the virus. I've since spoken to some of these people more in depth. And I think I said something about how they had very few symptoms. They actually, one of these people I had contact with when they were ill, they thought they were hungover. I mean, that is what COVID was. It felt like they'd gone out drinking the night before and they woke up, had a split headache, felt like they were, shaky, like you feel like you're going to come down with something. The way you feel when you've been really fucking drunk the night before. I mentioned like there was coughing a bit, but of course in smoking copious fags when you're drunk, people just chain smoke. And quite often the next day they do have a bit more of a cough than normal if they're a smoker. So, it wasn't like chronic. It wasn't like incessant. And they didn't have fevers. They checked themselves out, man. Because they thought, oh, I feel like I'm coming down with something. Do I have a fever? No, I don't have a fever. Oh, okay, I don't. And so then it was days and days and days and days later when they felt totally fine that all of a sudden they had no taste and smell. And that was what caused them to think, I think I've got this. So days and days later, like a week later in one case, they went and got tested and tested positive. And they thought, I don't even have any symptoms. I can't believe this. Well, they had symptoms a week before, but the symptoms were so mild, they thought it was a hangover. So if you're wondering why it's spreading loads and loads and loads and loads, it seems like a lot of the people are the super spreaders or whatever, which, of course, I didn't get it from them. So, I think if you do follow what you're supposed to do, you won't get it from people, because I definitely was in contact with this person when they were infectious. Now I know they were. That's a good thing. I guess I self-isolated, but my test was negative. I didn't get shit. So you can be in contact with people who've had COVID and not come down with COVID. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know that from personal experience if you follow the rules. So on that positive note, if you start to feel a little bit unwell, stay the fuck inside and get a test. In the meantime, wash your hands, sanitize your hands, don't touch anything. If you do, make sure you wash and sanitize your hands, mask up, and stay the fuck away from me.